Yo, Raider Nation, what's good, Silver and Black Faithful? It's time to dive into the hottest Las Vegas Raiders news for the 2025 season. And let me tell you, the vibes in Vegas are absolutely electric. We're talking about a team on the verge of something special, with new faces, big plays, and a whole lot of swagger. From breakout stars like Trey Tucker to the unstoppable Brock Bowers and a quarterback-coach duo that's got us dreaming of playoffs. There's so much to unpack. So, grab your gear, crank up that AC/DC, and let's get into why this season could be the one where the Raiders shock the NFL. Ready for the ride? Let's roll. Picture this. Allegiant Stadium buzzing, the black hole roaring, and the Las Vegas Raiders stepping onto the field with a revamped offense that's ready to torch defenses. The big question on everyone's mind is whether this team, under the legendary Pete Carroll and with Geno Smith slinging the ball, can finally break through in the stacked AFC West. We've got a potential fantasy football steal in Trey Tucker, a record-breaking tight end in Brock Bowers, and a rookie running back in Ashton Jeanty, who's got Heisman buzz. But can they gel in time to make noise? Hang tight, because we're about to break it all down with the latest updates, stats, and insider scoops that'll have you hyped for kickoff. First up, let's talk about the seismic shift in the Raiders' offense. Last season was rough, no sugarcoating it. 4-13, a carousel of quarterbacks, and a running game that couldn't get out of first gear. But 2025? It's a whole new ballgame. Pete Carroll, the 74-year-old coaching wizard who led the Seahawks to a Super Bowl, is now calling the shots in Vegas. He's brought his high-energy, competitive vibe, and players are already raving about it. Coach Carroll brings the juice, Brock Bowers said recently, and you can feel that energy radiating from training camp. With offensive guru Chip Kelly designing plays, this offense is built for speed, tempo, and explosive plays, perfect for a team looking to prove the doubters wrong. The addition of Geno Smith is the cherry on top. Traded from Seattle, Smith reunites with Carroll, and their chemistry is already popping. In training camp, Geno's been laser-focused, hitting Bowers for touchdowns like it's second nature. According to Raiders.com, the duo connected for 5 TDs in just 3 practices, including a beauty in the mock game at Allegiant Stadium. Geno's no stranger to airing it out. Last season, he was second in the NFL with 24 deep passes over 30 yards. With a 2022 Pro Bowl season under his belt, he's the steady hand this team's been missing. So, Raider Nation, what do you think? Can Geno lead us to the promised land? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's shine the spotlight on Trey Tucker, the third-year wideout who's got fantasy football managers buzzing. This guy's been flying under the radar, but 2025 might just be his breakout year. Drafted out of Cincinnati for his blazing 4.4-second 40-yard dash and 38-inch vertical, Tucker's always had the tools to be a deep-threat dynamo. But with shaky QB play and a crowded receiver room, he's only flashed glimpses of his potential. 539 yards in 2024 per SI.com. Enter Geno Smith and Pete Carroll, and suddenly, Tucker's in the perfect spot to shine. ESPN's Tristan Cockcroft is calling him a fantasy steal, noting his 15-yard catch in the preseason opener and his early exit with the starters, a sign he's locked in as a key piece. Why is Tucker poised for a leap? It's all about opportunity. With Brock Bowers, Jacoby Myers, and rookie Ashton Jeanty drawing defensive attention, Tucker's speed could exploit secondaries left and right. Geno's deep ball accuracy is a match made in heaven for Tucker's game-breaking ability. Trey's a guy who works hard every single day, Geno said, even comparing him to NFL legend Santana Moss. Imagine Tucker burning corners for 50-yard bombs while defenses scramble to cover Bowers and Myers. His current ADP of 300 makes him a late-round gem for fantasy drafts. So, Raider Nation, are you grabbing Tucker in your league? Let's hear your draft strategy below. Speaking of Brock Bowers, this guy is straight up rewriting the record books. After a historic rookie season, 112 receptions, 1,194 yards, and 3 NFL records for a rookie tight end, he's not slowing down. According to ClutchPoints.com, Bowers is staying humble, focusing on improving every facet of his game. "There's so many things I want to do better," he said, which is wild considering he was the TE1 in PPR fantasy leagues last year. With Geno Smith feeding him the ball and Chip Kelly's fast-paced offense, some analysts, like CBSSports.com's Jimmy Kaler, are predicting Bowers could break Travis Kelce's single-season tight end receiving record of 1,416 yards. That's plus 1,300 odds at DraftKings. Tempting, right? Bowers' dominance isn't just about stats. It's about his fit in this offense. At 6 feet, 3 inches, 243 pounds, he's a mismatch nightmare. Too fast for linebackers, too big for safeties. In a mock game at Allegiant, he was totally dominant per Raiders Wire to USAtoday.com, hauling in multiple TDs and moving the chains at will. Pete Carroll's scheme, which loves to exploit tight ends, is tailor-made for Bowers. But with new weapons like Jeanty and a deeper receiver room, will his targets take a hit? That's the big question. Raider Nation, do you think Bowers can top his rookie year, or will the new addition spread the love? Hit the comments with your take. Let's not sleep on Ashton Jeanty, the rookie running back who's got Raider Nation buzzing with excitement. Drafted 6th overall out of Boise State, this Heisman Trophy runner-up is a certified game-changer. Last season, he racked up 2,601 rushing yards and 29 touchdowns, numbers that scream superstar potential. Pete Carroll, who's coached legends like Marshawn Lynch and Reggie Bush, is already hyping Jeanty as a workhorse who'll set the tone for the ground game. Per 365scores.com, Jeanty's a favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year, and it's easy to see why. His explosive cuts and vision could make Chip Kelly's up-tempo offense a nightmare for defenses. Jeanty's arrival is a massive upgrade over last year's league-worst running game. With Zamir White and Raheem Mostert also in the mix, the Raiders have a versatile backfield that can keep defenses guessing. Pete Carroll called White the hammer for his physicality, but Jeanty's elusiveness adds a whole new dimension. In training camp, he's been splitting first-team reps, and Bleacher Report highlighted his 75-yard TD scamper in college as a sign of what's to come. The question is, can Jeanty handle the NFL's physicality as a rookie? Raider Nation, are you betting on Jeanty to be the next big thing? Let's talk about it. On the flip side, there's some chatter about the wide receiver room that's got fans raising eyebrows. SportingNews.com floated a wild idea, trading Trey Tucker and a 2026 third-round pick to the 49ers for Jawan Jennings, a 975-yard receiver from 2024. The logic? Jennings could slide in as a reliable number 2 opposite Jacoby Myers, giving Geno a proven target while rookies Jack Beck and Donnie Thornton Jr. develop. But here's the thing. Cutting ties with Tucker feels like a gamble when he's on the cusp of a breakout. Tucker's speed and upside might outweigh Jennings' one-year production, especially in Chip Kelly's system, which thrives on burners like Thornton, a 6 feet 5 inches freak with a 4.340-yard dash. The receiver room isn't perfect, but it's deeper than last year. Jacoby Myers, coming off a 1,027-yard season, is a lock as the WR1, and his chemistry with Geno is growing daily. Beck, a second-round pick from TCU, brings polish with 1,034 college yards, while Thornton's raw potential could make him this year's DK Metcalf. Per SI.com, the Raiders' shift to a run-heavy attack might not need a star receiver just yet, but they'll need someone to step up opposite Myers. So, Raider Nation, do you keep Tucker and bet on his growth? Or make a splash for a veteran like Jennings? Drop your trade ideas in the comments. Defensively, the Raiders are looking to turn heads under Patrick Graham, who's back as coordinator despite last year's struggles. Max Crosby's return from injury is huge. He's the heart and soul of this unit, and his 5 missed games in 2024 hurt bad. Graham's been mixing things up with Jermaine Pratt, Jamal Adams, and JT Woods vying for first-team reps, per Raiders.com. Young safeties like Trey Taylor and Thomas Harper are stepping up too, especially with Lonnie Johnson Jr. sidelined. Tyree Wilson, the 2023 first-rounder, is showing flashes inside and out, and Carroll's raving about his effort. This defense isn't elite yet, but it's got the pieces to be disruptive. One standout moment from camp: Devin White's playmaking. During team drills, he flew in to knock a pass out of an undrafted rookie's hands, setting the tone for a defense that's hungry to prove itself. Special teams are also getting love. with Trey Tucker slated as the starting returner for kicks and punts, backed by Jeanty and Sincere McCormick. The Raiders' 4-13 record last year was a low point, but with Carroll's competitive culture and Graham's schemes, this unit could surprise. What's your take, Raider Nation? Can this defense hold its own in the AFC West? Or are we banking on the offense to carry the load? Let's hear it. As we wrap this up, the Las Vegas Raiders are entering 2025 with a chip on their shoulder and a roster ready to make waves. Pete Carroll's energy, Geno Smith's arm, Brock Bowers' hands, Trey Tucker's speed, and Ashton Jeanty's explosiveness. This team's got the ingredients for a turnaround. But the AFC West is a gauntlet, with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Broncos all making the playoffs last year. Can the Raiders crash the party and end their postseason drought? DraftKings has them at plus 12,000 for the Super Bowl, but as Al Davis said, just win, baby. That's the mindset we're bringing to Week 1 against the Patriots on September 7th. Raider Nation, this is our year to show the world what the silver and black is all about. If you're as hyped as I am, smash that like button, drop your predictions in the comments, and subscribe to stay locked in for every Raiders update. Share this video with every fan you know. Let's get the black hole buzzing online. And if you're feeling bold, tell me, who's your breakout star for 2025? Tucker, Bowers, Jeanty, or someone else? Let's keep the faith and ride with the Raiders all season long. Commitment to excellence. Baby, let's go.